Oh, baby, how you lie.
Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why did you and I combine?
And friends are friends forever, if the Lord's the Lord of them. All my life, you're a friend of mine.
It's Ceci and Adam.
Welcome to Momlennial Podcast. I am the mom, currently mom of two. I was mom of four. One got married. That's Gen Z over there. And one is moving out as we speak into her own house. I'll talk about that in a moment. He is the millennial, always checking his time off calendar there. It's always pulled up on his laptop. And she is Gen Z. And we spoke of this the last 2 weeks. We're celebrating that. We're so grateful her husband's life was spared. And so we chatted about that. If you missed that story, that is last week. I loved your perspective, Eliana, of just how to help people that are going through hard things. Avoid saying, let me know if there's anything I can do to help, but just like offer really specific things. And that was really cool. And so Mallory, my almost 20-year-old, just started in her career. She's a cosmetologist, doing super well, and is moving 1 mile away. And I was literally making dinner just before I was chopping up the stuff for the guacamole. I put the potatoes on. I got the pork in the oven. Yeah. And she's like, what's for dinner? And I'm like, not for you. You're not invited anymore.
For tenants only.
I
this
only
meal serves 4 and 4 only.
It's true. It is true. No, of course she would be able to come to dinner. But she's having dinner with her girlfriends. They're going to all like unpack. They're going to have Chick-fil-A and unpack her stuff. And so she lives in one of those really old houses. And so I guess they couldn't fit the box spring up the narrow stairway. So there was a mild crisis in the middle of the day. I had to solve the problem. I was like, they make split box springs. We're fine. We'll just order something. Called around, got her a bed in a box, essentially, that you can just take the box up the stairs and then you assemble it when you're in the room. So
realistically, how long do you think she'll put it off until it's actually assembled? Because if I saw it was in a box and a bunch of pieces, I'd be like, I'm going to go sleep on the couch for a couple of years. I'm done.
A couple of years. The accountant set it up for her, and I guess there's a little bit of an issue. The full size bed she has is actually an extra long. And we ordered just the regular size. And so they're kind of cheating it toward the end. And Mallory's like, don't tell mom. Because I like worry about stuff like this. And so I never would have known. But Dave's like, full transparency. The box spring is too short. Okay, whatever. It's not my bed. It's not my bed.
That's right. She's eating Chick-fil-A on it. So what does it matter?
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly.
She'll be fine.
She's fine.
I think it's funny that you're a mile away, so you're still going to be close enough to basically solve every problem, but yet she's living by her friends on her own place. So it's like moving out-ish, it sounds like. I don't know, maybe.
She's
separate roofs.
We gave her our TV a couple years ago for my birthday. The accountant gave me a TV, and so we hung it on the wall in the bedroom, and I never I've never turned it on because I can't figure out how to work the apps. It's what kind of TV is it? Do you know? Is it Toshiba or something?
It's a Samsung.
It's a smart TV, but it's nice. Like way smarter than I am. And I can do the Roku. That's very intuitive to me. But this TV, I couldn't ever figure it out. Now the kids could figure it out, and they would sit there in bed and like watch TV, but we just took it off the wall and went, it's yours. Bless you. Here's the TV.
Zane figured that thing out in no time. True.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have one more funny story. So Mallory says to us, she was talking to her roommates. They moved in a month ago. She's just moving in today. So she's starting, the first of the month. And I'm thinking this is going to be a very tender moment. She goes, I was talking to my roommates, and you know what they said to me? They said, you'll come home and you'll realize, and I'm thinking she's going to say how much your mom and dad have done for you, how good you had it, how it was so nice to have a hot meal at 6:00 every night. She says, you're going to realize how old your parents really are.
Wow. Well, that's a sentimental moment. Wow.
And then you know what I said when she retold this story? I said, she's not wrong.
Well, oh my gosh. Wow. Well, now you're surrounded. So that's too bad. You're surrounded by
no. Okay, you're a joy to be around. Do not get me wrong. Okay, we'll start with that. Okay, we all know this.
It's going good.
You have misophonia. You hate when you hear people chew. Hate it.
True.
We all know this, and we love you for it. One of your big things is apples, and I eat an apple almost every day. The feeling of being able to eat an apple without someone yelling from across the main floor saying, "Why are you chewing so loud? Stop eating an apple!" Da, 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 da. And being able to eat an apple by myself in peace was a potentially life-altering moment. I was like, this is crazy.
I was hanging out with my girlfriends last night. There were 6 of us. We're sitting in her sunroom, okay? Her daughter, grown married daughter, is living at their house for a while. The daughter proceeds to start making dinner while we're talking. And she is shredding a carrot for 35 minutes, it felt like.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm
You're
like,
wincing every time.
Mom! And then she took a whisk in a metal bowl. Ding, ding, ding,
Oh.
ding, ding, ding.
Oh, gosh.
And I turned to my friends and I said, "How long do you think it's going to take her to make dinner?" And she's like, "Misophonia." And I was like, "I'm going to die. I'm physically going to die." Somebody did research on misophonia. They gave somebody with misophonia an MRI and then did the triggering sounds. To the person with misophonia, you feel like you're under attack. Like it's like you're in a foxhole.
Like you're getting attacked by a bear.
Yes. No, by gunfire.
With the carrot
Gen
slicer.
Z.
Ooh.
With a carrot slicer.
Oh man! So you feel trapped because there's nowhere to go, and you can't just like walk off the porch and leave. Though I'm sure it crossed your mind several times.
Oh, she can. Oh, she can walk away and leave. She has, and she will.
I locked myself in the bathroom when the accountant was eating chips at the counter today. He wanted to talk to me, and I was like, I can't speak to you while you're chomping on chips. I cannot do it.
I like how he just continued on top of. He didn't put the chips away.
Yep.
It was like, I'll cut you in the back.
That's 25 years of marriage. He was like, I'm good. We can hold off.
Exactly.
I guess, you guys, because I was talking to my girlfriends who are in the same age that I am. We're all in perimenopause or full-blown menopause. And misophonia. I know. Get me some help. Misophonia amplifies during menopause.
Oh, no.
Lovely.
Yeah. And
Lovely.
There's people that have never been irritated by chewing sounds that all of a sudden want to murder their husbands, which is what I wanted to do today, because they can't stand the sound of them chewing. Also, randomly,
oh my gosh,
since I'm the Gen X of the group, your inner ear starts itching crazy. You get something called
good Lord.
frozen shoulder, and you spontaneously, which I'm experiencing, start waking up every morning at 3 a.m.
Oh gosh. Oh no. This is all part of menopause.
So then you're tired.
Time to go to the morning show.
Then you're tired and you have misophonia. It's a bad combo.
Oh no.
Not good. No wonder Mallory moved out.
Okay, Adam, I got to tell you a story.
Please.
Eliana's home one time over Christmas break.
Yeah.
And Mallory had wanted to move out to a different, more expensive place. And I'm looking at her budget and I'm looking at the rent and I'm like, this is not, the math ain't math.
This isn't adding up.
Not gonna math out, no.
So Ellie's sitting next to her and I text her and I was like, she can't afford this. And Ellie texts me back, tell her you think she can figure it out. So I look at her and I say, I think you can figure. I think you're smart enough to figure this out. And she started crying.
Oh my
Following her. I'm sitting behind her, and I was like, "You little butt! You took my line." I literally just I said, "Tell her I believe in your ability to figure this out."
That's
and she looks at her and she goes, "I believe in your ability to figure this out." Instantly altered the mood of the entire room, and I was like, "How do you just get credit for that?" I came up with that.
Because I really didn't believe she could figure it out, but she did.
No.
Oh,
And I was like, you just have to tell her she can figure it out and she'll be fine.
That's my new line. I believe you can figure it out.
I believe in you and your
Yeah.
math skills, which maybe don't exist.
Yeah,
but
some-
anyways,
Life experience of a 22-year-old.
We have a and then Ellie told me that when she was in college, she paid $800 a month in rent and made
Like
$900.
I made $900 a month off my side job to pay for my rent. And they're tweaking out over her paying like $450 a month. I was like, she'll be at her full-time job. I was like, she'll be fine.
but Ellie, the price of eggs and the
Goodness.
price of food and the price of gas, totally different.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe
Okay.
we need to start hoarding thing? Do you believe we need to start panic
No.
buying?
I'm too
No,
tired to
it makes
panic
it
buy.
worse.
I'm like, I'm
I am
over
too.
it.
Period.
Yeah, I'm like,
too.
look, if the grocery
Is it
store's
'cause
closed
we-
down,
Is it because we
whatever.
lived through COVID and we were like, yeah, I can't get toilet paper this week. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, exactly. You think about it, for thousands of years, people didn't have an egg carton section of the grocery store. They didn't have a grocery store.
True.
They had a market and then the plague. So they figured it out.
Yeah. The side of TikTok I'm on, they're saying if your kid wears size 10 cleats, then you need to buy them size 11, size 12, go on and
Oh,
on and on.
geez.
You just need to get 3 pair of cleats.
We're not
But I
even
would
panic
do that,
buying.
and then
Oh
my
my
kid
goodness.
would be like, I don't like those cleats. I don't like
Exactly. I was like,
Nikes."
they're going to be out of style by the time they wear
Yeah.
size 13s.
I don't know.
I like
Hopefully
how now
we're
we're
wrong,
panic.
but
Right. I like how now we're panic buying for the future. We can't even panic buy in the moment anymore. Now we got to plan ahead to when people have
No.
growth spurts. Oh no, I can't keep
No.
up with that.
it's too much.
Who's
It's
got
too
the
much.
time?
Forget
not,
it.
Not me.
No.
Not
You know
this
what?
mom of
Okay.
2, that's for sure.
No. Speaking of panic buying in box springs, okay? So I was a couple minutes late for the pod today. Reason being, my husband and I were setting up our Blackstone. He got a Blackstone for his birthday. We finally got it
Yes.
around Christmas. And then it's been, you had the snow and then the rain. So we're like, you know what? It's a nice week. We're finally going to set up the Blackstone. So we're setting it up this afternoon, and he comes home from the store with a propane tank. And I looked at him and I said, that is such an adult purchase. Like, things that you look at as a kid and you're like, that is a grown-up thing that you just had to buy. Obviously for
Yes.
something we needed, like the Blackstone's a fun thing, grill, whatever. So I wanted to know from your guys' perspective what you think, like, or when you ever thought like, oh my gosh, this is an adult purchase. Like, I should not have to make this purchase right now. This feels way too grown up.
Mhm.
Yes.
A cemetery plot. You go, Adam.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow. How bad is menopause?
Whoa.
Holy crowly,
Not for me
folks.
either.
Are you going to tell me where it is? Yeah, my gosh.
Wow. Haven't hit that point of life yet. You know.
No, I'm answering the question. I remember my grandma and grandpa Johnson buying cemetery plots when they were in their 50s. So they were like right next together. And I was
Oh
like, I
my
never want to be
gosh.
so old that before I'm even sick, I'm buying a cemetery plot.
That's a big
No.
What about you, Adam?
Well, I was thinking of more of a different area of life. Okay, so a couple different things. I bought my first brand new, not used or anything, brand new couch and chair set when I moved here to Arizona a year ago. And this felt like a big deal. I was like, I'm in a brand new furniture store.
Yep.
I thought this would be like 40s, 50s, retirement. Who knows? But that was a pretty big purchase. And then I also threw in a dining set. But then I also, 2 years
Did
ago.
you buy it all in the same store?
Oh, you bet I did. Bundle, baby. Bundle package. BOGO for Mio. It was awesome. And
Did
then
you buy it on the Labor Day sale, at least?
it was a brand new store opening sale. It was. It's
Nice.
true. Yeah. I
Nice.
just kind of whoop, whoop, whoop. And then
You buy
it
the
was,
couch, the chair, we'll throw in a dining chair for free.
oh, it was amazing. Yeah, right.
Wonderful.
If you don't have enough places to sit, here's another thing. But I did buy a couch where the long part opens and it's a blanket compartment. I felt like that was also pretty adult TV too. Like, okay, now we're
Blanket
talking about
compartment.
we're talking about storage now. Now
Which
I'm really
you don't need in Arizona, but nonetheless.
I have 6 blankets that see the light of day twice a year, and it's January. The other part was honestly, and I know you're going to laugh at this, but I love to wear flip-flops and sandals, as you guys know, when I was going on a trip.
Oh,
so
my
I
word.
looked up special arched sandals. And I bought them.
God.
And it was a whole new life. It was awesome. It was
Orthopedic
so awesome.
sandals for
You
men.
betcha. You betcha I did.
Golly, why
Wow.
aren't you married?
Yeah. I wonder.
I wonder.
I thought you were going to say an air fryer.
No, I got that as a gift for Christmas. I'll say that's another part of life where you tell you're getting a little older. When your Christmas gifts change on what you receive. And then
Yeah.
you're
I
like,
got a crock pot one year.
I got a crock pot. I got a cutting board in the shape of Michigan. I got my air fryer, which I use almost twice, if not like 3 times every single week. I love that sucker. It's amazing.
I use my
Oh,
air
yeah, we
fryer
use our air
almost
fryer
every day.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, see, that wasn't rehearsed. That's how much we truly love it.
You can make a really good dupe for a ballpark hot dog in an air fryer.
Ooh.
Mm.
And
you
it is baseball season.
Put some holes, like take a fork, fork the hot dogs, put them in the air fryer at like 375 for 4 minutes. Then take them out, put them in the buns, put them back in the air fryer for 2 more minutes. It kind of crisps up the bun and then keeps warming up the hot dog.
Yes.
It tastes just like Detroit Stadium, I'm telling you.
That's amazing.
I can attest. It is delicious. Yeah.
Can you text that to me?
I sure can.
That would be awesome.
I'd be happy to.
Now we just went a couple years back in adult purchases. I'll buy my own furniture, but can you text me those?
I've been an adult, Ellie. I've been an adult so long I couldn't even like remember what felt super adult to buy. Trying to think.
Well, and it changes.
Furniture
as the
set was a
generations
good
go on.
one. Yeah, like I remember when Braden and I were shopping for a couch because we have like a smaller IKEA couch, but then we moved into a newer house and needed a couch to like actually fill the space. And I remember sitting on couches in a furniture store, but like you're the one buying it, and that was a really weird sensation. It feels like when you like turn 16 and all of a sudden you start going to car like lots with your dad, and you're like, oh wait, I like this car's for me, and you're not just like looking in between appointments for fun anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now it's about you. Oh, I got another one. When you start paying your own insurance, that's a big I'm an adult
that's
moment.
disgusting.
It's
that is
brutal.
So no. And you have to figure it out in a new state. I'm just a girl. I don't want to do it. What do you mean? That
that's a
Missouri
boy job.
insurance is different from and my
it's the
boy
worst.
job person was in dental school. I was like, I don't want to have to figure this out, but I had to. I had to go to Secretary of State twice. I don't know how terrible that place is. Awful. I could get there without directions now.
Oh, I was once stuck in one on my birthday for 3 hours, and I was like, I'm like, where's all the color? Why is it so dark in here? And why is it so sad? But anyways, yeah, it's that's a big one. When you especially turn 26 and you got to start paying your own insurance, and you're like, literally, I was washing my hands every 4 seconds. I'm like, I can't afford to get sick anymore. Forget that.
Nobody can afford to get sick. That's for sure.
That's true. Yeah, especially now. Exactly.
I don't want to
those
see
are
your
good
insurance file now, Ellie.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we're getting claims and it's crazy.
good
It's
boy.
nuts.
Are you taking care of all of that?
No.
I mean, like, I mean, in the household, like, are you filing things and collecting? No.
That's all. Is Braden the Bills guy?
Actually, sorta. He is the Bills guy. Except when it comes to certain things. Like, certain things, because we were here for like 2 weeks before he started school, and I was still working. So I had to like go to the library because there was Wi-Fi there and like work my job while he was at home setting up like Wi-Fi, utilities, and water. But I was the one who contacted the realtor, or who contacted like the people who own this house. So then I pay rent every month. So that one's on me. But then, I mean, coming from the same account and stuff, but like he knows with the water and electrical and gas and whatever the heck, I don't even know. So that's taken care of.
Adam, in our
But I
house,
did set up the Amazon account. So
Ellie has all the passwords to the accountant's computer, because if something ever happens to him, I'm not going to be able to. Well, I can't even work the TV in my bedroom, so you don't even want to try to see me find his life insurance policy.
That's awesome.
Apparently, there's a pattern to the way that he chooses passwords, and Ellie has figured out the pattern.
it's not difficult.
It is
Wendy's
too.
4 for 4. It's not hard.
It's difficult. So
Put in fast food math.
This is what happened. I have an iPad And I have and I watch TV in the gym when I'm working out. That's the only time I let myself watch my shows, my HGTV shows, right? So we talked about this one time, long time ago. I have the Discovery app. I pay for the no commercials. I don't want to watch commercials when I'm jumping on my trampoline. And then I watch my shows. I'm very into Renovation Aloha these days. And I think I might be moving to Hawaii.
Oh my God.
If renovations could get more expensive, but anyways.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
But then I decided, I was in the kitchen and I think I want to watch Renovation Aloha while I'm also cooking dinner. But the Discovery app, I had to put in the code and it follows the pattern, but I couldn't figure out the word because there's always a word that represents the thing followed by the same numbers followed by a symbol. Okay. And so I couldn't, I was like, I know there's a pattern. So I text the account and I'm like, what is the password to Discovery Plus? And he told me the word is fat followed by the number followed by the thing. I was like, fat. And then he spelled fat, PHAT. I'm like, what? That doesn't follow the pattern. And he was like, it's because you watch my 600-pound life.
Oh my God.
Life. And 1,000-pound sisters.
No.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
My dad's notorious for this, though. Like, one of our favorite things as a family is to just get an ice cream cake from a local ice cream shop, and then we all split the ice cream cake.
Love it.
Instead of everyone getting their own sundaes. It's delicious. It keeps for a little bit of time. It's awesome. But sometimes my dad he'll just be in a mood and order an ice cream cake that says like happy birthday, and then you have to put a name on it. And the amount of times he has come home with a birthday cake that says happy birthday fat, spelled PHATT, and claimed it was an exchange student. It's like everyone knows that that's not true.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe he has the guts to go through with it. Can you imagine me the child?
I'm always in the passenger seat like so mortified.
It's the best when him and Zane go do it together, and Zane comes home and goes, guess who got us birthday cake today? Matt did.
I don't know how to keep it together. Could you imagine at the window being like, that's PHAT?
Oh yeah. It's the skit.
Fat.
It's a bunch of high schoolers that work there. They know it's funny. They think it's hilarious. They're fine.
And I have no sense of humor at all. I'm like, don't get a birthday cake.
That's fat.
What if the opposite of Mallory's prediction comes true? What if she comes home and I'm like, woo, we're having a party for fat today. And I'm like, I just chilled. Here's an apple. Switch. Here's a bag of chips. Right. Chop away.
Dude, what if everything flips?
Yeah.
That would be wild. Exactly. What if by the end of it, menopause flips everything, and you like love chewing noises, and you're like watching all the skinny shows, and everything just flips.
The skinny shows.
That's funny. That's so awesome. Funny. I would love to. I can't wait to get out of whatever season this is. I'll tell you that. It was not enjoyable sitting around listening to my friends in my decade talk about all of the fun things to look forward to.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. One lady's like low on iron and I got to try to get my iron fixed. Like, I wake up at 3 a.m. with a cortisol spike and
oh my gosh.
I woke up one day and hated my husband and I've always loved him. And that's the thing too. You just go kind of
always loved
oh my!
Did you say you always loved?
Are you
like a
all
mom
pregnant?
I love you, Dave. I love you, fat.
At least I used to.
Wow. Can we just like forever and ever men agree? Guys have it girls have it way harder. Women have it so much harder. We don't talk enough about it.
I heard a term I'd never heard before.
Oh,
menopause.
Clickbait. I'm in. Tell me all about it. That's amazing.
I have a friend in our friend group and she's a therapist and she's like, oh girls, there's something called menopause.
Oh, gosh.
And we were like, what's menopause? Then she said, you know the empty box that men have? And I was leaning forward. Empty box? What are you talking about? How when you ask a guy, what are you thinking about? And they say, nothing. That literally means they're thinking about nothing.
Yeah. We're on pause.
I didn't believe it
Menopause.
other than when I'm sitting in the hot tub sometimes with Zane and I'm like, hey, buddy, what are you thinking about? Nothing. What do you mean? Like nothing?
Like, yeah, right.
Nothing.
No, we're just
The empty box.
Yep.
So the empty box apparently in menopause just gets a little bigger and they're just a little walking around
They're
aimlessly
able to
or something.
dissociate more. How do you walk around?
100%.
How do you walk around life dissociate? How?
I don't know, but how do I get that? Because I have 10 boxes
Yeah, I want some.
that are all full.
They're all full and
Overflowing.
cycling through to each other.
Oh.
Yeah, spilling out. Yes, you're right. It shouldn't be a box. It should be like a measuring cup that's overflowing and tipping and pouring into the other box. And then you try to get an empty box, and then it's like, well, this is exhausting. I'm just going to take a nap.
Yeah.
We're
And
kind
then
of
the
like
empty box that you end up finding was in the snack cabinet, and it was the snack that you wanted, and they just left the empty box in the pantry, and you thought you still had more. And then you realize you have to go to the grocery store and replace it yourself.
Yeah, welcome to adulthood.
And you're like, what the heck? Yeah, exactly.
Paybacks. It's paybacks for every time you did that to
for
me.
all the things.
That was
The
not
other
me.
The other thing that happens in menopause is you get real forgetful, okay? And everybody thinks they have Alzheimer's.
No, that's not.
And I might actually have it because so we were all sharing stories about how we're forgetting people's names. And maybe Mallory's right. Maybe she comes home and I'm like a different person. So I send an email every single Wednesday to the producer with a podcast promo for the other podcast that I do at work. Okay.
Yes.
And I record it and then she edits or she adds music to it or something. So I'm sitting there on Wednesday, cannot come up with her name. No clue.
No.
I don't know. I don't know her name. I have no clue what her name is. And so everyone's like, oh, that happens to me all the time. Don't worry about it. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay. So then today, I couldn't remember what year it was. I was pretty convinced it was 2025. I would have given it 80%. And then that could be 2024. We could. There's a slight chance it might be 2024.
Oh dear.
Oh my word.
Hey Siri, what year is it? So maybe the adult purchase I need to make is down at the memory home.
Something. It's like
or a planner.
It's like I edit your shows sometimes for other radio shows, and all of a sudden, recently, break 26, nowhere to be found. Break 13, poof, gone. And I was like,
Menopause.
I think you skipped one.
Oh,
When I edited my own shows when you were in the hospital, I was like, where's my break? Just forget them.
oh my gosh. Everything's pausing apparently. Oh no.
Yeah, life is on pause.
Oh my gosh. Everything's on pause. Thinking's on
I
pause.
will tell you, I doubled up on the fish oil today. That is for certain.
Oh
Goodness.
my gosh. This is like, I mean, it's definitely a thing, but it's like really a thing apparently.
I know. So
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
Jennifer and Bruce over here. It's been really nice doing this podcast with you.
Just give us hand signals if you're lost and let us. We're happy to help. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, I hope that all works out okay. How long dare I ask this question? How long does menopause last?
Allegedly for the rest of your life.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Gosh.
Once you get
No one
through
deserves
it,
this.
I have to do some more research, but I keep forgetting to. No, I'm just kidding. Once you get through it,
Word.
some people say life gets really a lot better when all the kids move out, but don't tell my kids.
You got a long time.
I was gonna say that's
7 to
gonna be a
14
long
years.
menopause.
Is how long menopause lasts.
Holy crowley.
Pre-menopause can be, or perimenopause can be 2 to 8 years though. So
What?
collectively,
That's what
you're
I'm
looking
in
at
right
a
now.
max of 22 years of your life.
I'll tell you what. This is going to be a really hot podcast from here on out.
Oh no. We're gonna send you all the minifans and misters and chocolate that the world has to offer.
Just don't chew the chocolate in my ear, okay?
If you want more of the Momlennial podcast, well, then subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes without having to do the work, and that's totally our jam.